The dark night of the soul. The most painful stage of all. Here you are in 1,000 pieces, without finding a way out, and it depends on you how long it lasts. It is a stage where you spend it crying in every corner, with pain in your chest, without being able to sleep, without knowing what to do, but it has a purpose. Crying heals the soul. It is where the soul begins to want to take control of your life, but the ego will try to avoid it at all costs. It will keep you like this with the hope of a return to prevent you from grieving. It is here at this stage where tarot readings become obsessive and uncontrollable, because your ego just wants to find an answer. And when someone tells you that they are going to return, and your ego will not accept no for an answer, for that reason it will keep you following every tarot reader you meet. But here is a clue: more or less they awaken to the connection of flames. Twins about 6,060 people every 4 months. This is called collective, and since everything is guided, they will assign some tarot readers to carry out your process and guide you and indicate how the connection is at a certain moment. You just have to identify very well in those readings who talk about it and agree 100% with what is happening to you. That will be your guide, but they are also general readings. Just take what works for you and don't take too seriously everything that is mentioned. Such time and it is not your case. Just locate the part where they talk about how your energies are. The fight for control begins. Although you will not find the answer that your ego is looking for there, I am going to tell you, it will not return, at least for a very long time, and I will tell you why. Because divinity is tired of seeing how you value yourself so little. It's already tired of seeing how they sometimes trample on you, hurt you, offend you, cheat on you with other people, and you do nothing for yourself. It does not exist in that moment a pinch of love towards you on your part. They see how you settle for crumbs of love, with sketches of affection, without stopping to think about your self-esteem, and your guides are offended because you are one of them. For that reason they move away, and they will keep it that way until you heal all that. It will be of no use to you to cry and have them come back, because they will return exactly to the same thing. That person will continue to be the same as they were before they left, and you know why? Because you have not learned to love yourself, to value yourself. You have not learned to show him that you are worth and deserve much more than what that person is giving you. It is for that reason that divinity will keep him away from you. This is where the real battle begins, the darkness trying to keep you in that situation, and your angels and guides trying to get you out of that state of very low vibration, and I will tell you why, without go deep. That will be explained later, because your vibration can be so high and will help so many people that the darkness will try to prevent it. For this reason, your favorite place becomes full of pests, fleas, cockroaches, mosquitoes, worms, bad smells, or anything unpleasant without finding any explanation. This, coupled with the fact that your soul and your ego will also fight for control of your thoughts and actions. Everything is chaos. All that internal struggle generates mental chaos in us, and the help of your spiritual guides, although it begins to show itself, you will not notice it. Even if you can hear them calling your name or close your eyes and see images of eyes in your mind or dreams, see things that do not exist, hearing voices in unknown languages, your ego will continue to insist that your happiness is next to that person who, if you analyze it coldly, does not contribute much to you. The ego will continue to settle for those crumbs of love. In most cases these people are narcissists who at that moment only carry the same energy as your twin flame, with the sole purpose of taking you into that dark night so that your soul can heal. The blessed synchronies begin to appear. At first, you will take them as coincidences, but each time they will be more frequent until you corner yourself in madness and you realize that something is really happening, something that is not at all of this world or that you have experienced before. The synchronies. Those synchronies will tell you 2 things. The first is that the universe is communicating with you, and that is where you begin to see the real magic. The second is that those numerical synchronies are a language, the universal language, numbers. But it is like everything in this life, you have to learn it. For example, if a child listens to Spanish or any other language, he will speak in that language, but it will take him some time to understand that language. The same will happen to you with the numbers, that based on so many repetitions you will begin to understand the messages. I give you an example of how they work, although everyone interprets them differently. If you see a 1234 or any ascending number, they are giving you a positive response or a yes to a thought that you are having at that specific moment. Yes. On the contrary, the numbering is descending 4321, they are giving you a negative response or a denial to that thought of yours. you have to pay close attention when that synchrony arrives. Remember or analyze what you are thinking at that moment. The exit. Getting out of this state is not an easy task, your ego will continue dragging you to the past. I will give you some tips that worked for me. I hope they help you and give you peace of mind. Take walks alone, talk a lot with yourself but have honest conversations. It is ridiculous to think that you deceive yourself, but many people do. While you walk, think about what you experienced within that relationship and ask yourself if that is what you want for your life. Avoid at all costs thinking about that little person. There is no point in tormenting yourself with what no longer was. Look for some activity that occupies your mind in those moments when thoughts travel to the past or to a future that will no longer exist. Sleep with the television on. Listening to music that raises your vibration. There are many options on YouTube. The sound of rain, the sound of dolphins, something that really calms your nighttime thoughts. I know from my own experience that sleeping is one of the most difficult things at this stage because your thoughts they stop in torment. Meditate a lot. It seems like meditation is a difficult subject, but in reality you don't have to do much, just sit and try not to think. To achieve this, it can help you concentrate on your breathing. Pay attention to how you are breathing. That will help you not to think during meditation. Although you might think that this is something silly at first and that nothing is happening, it will help you a lot to achieve more effective communication with your higher self, with your soul, and little by little you will begin to achieve that peace of mind that was stolen from you. Thank you for staying until the end of the video, and don't forget to give me a like, activate the bell, and subscribe if you liked the video and found it useful.